Welcome to Mark Reviews. It is golden hour at Heber Valley Camp. I am in Heber City, Utah, actually about 20 minutes up into the mountains above Heber City, Utah. One of my favorite places. We try to come here every year. This camp is owned by the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, and during the week, this is a girls' camp for the whole summer. And on the weekends, so Friday night to Saturday night, they allow families to come in and use their facilities. So great big family cabins, pavilions, fire pits, trails like the one I'm on right now, aspen stands. I mean, this is really some of the best that Utah has to offer. But today isn't so much a review of this camp as it is a how-to on how to build a perfect bonfire. So the first thing that you need when you're building a fire is the proper fuel. A fire is this living thing that needs oxygen and fuel to keep it going, and you need tinder. That's the tiny stuff you're going to start your fire with. So today I had a little bit of packing material from some soap that Pat at Tanglewood Soap Company sent me. Some gorgeous crepe paper here, some of this stuff, the filler, keep things nice. Pull that out of the way too. It worked great to start out the fire. Next thing you need is some kindling, which really is just thin sticks, things that will go up pretty quickly. Best kind of kindling is going to come from a dried log that you then cut into smaller pieces for kindling. And then your fire needs some structure. And some people will tell you that the tried and true traditional teepee is the best method. I would disagree with that assertion. I would say that's maybe a good starting point, but my favorite structure for a fire is a log cabin. And I don't mean that I'm burning down these cabins here at this camp. What I mean is stacking wood crossways around a teepee, right? So around my tinder, around my kindling, and then stacking a log cabin around that, and then lighting the tinder. So a couple of keys if you want to have a good fire. You got to have dry fuel, right? I mean, you can start a fire with wet stuff, but it is really difficult. So we're fortunate at this camp that firewood is on hand and available in abundance because they've had to make all these trails and carve out areas for the cabins and the amphitheaters and all that stuff. So there is firewood to spare. That's not an issue. And they have these little hutch things that they stick the wood in and allow it to dry even more. So really firewood in abundance, and that's why I chose this location to show you how to build a fire. But those are the main things that you're gonna need. And then you can use matches, but even better if you just have one of these trigger lighters, way easier. So get out there and build a responsible fire. I will not be held accountable for any kind of illegal fire activity that you do based off of this how-to video. But if you're going camping, this is my favorite method. Get some good tinder, build a small teepee out of the kindling, build a log cabin around that, then just keep adding wood, alternating like a log cabin until you've had enough and you want to let it burn down. And then be sure to be responsible. We have a water bucket full of water. We have a shovel to kind of stir the ashes around. Smokey the Bear says if it's too hot to touch, it's too hot to leave. So be a responsible steward of this beauty that's all around us when you go camping. Make sure that you're putting out your fires like you should. Okay, hope you enjoyed this how-to and kind of a mini review of this amazing, beautiful camp up here. I'll leave a link in the description below to where you can make reservations for Heber Valley Camp. You got to do it well in advance. They do have some winter camping, lots of cabins. They're adding more all the time, but still highly competitive to try to get in here. And again, families can only be here Friday night, Saturday. So if you'd like to check this out, I'd love to see you here. Okay. In the meantime, subscribe to this channel by clicking on this side, and over here, check out some of the other videos that I've done. Thanks for subscribing.